Are you stuck in your boring 9 to 5, tired of the same daily routines? Or maybe you're just so over your current job, but you have no clue what the next steps could be. I get it, especially with the rising costs of basically everything, you might feel trapped, unable to save anything that you wanted, like maybe one time buying a house or a car or something different. But what if I told you there's a different way of living? A life where you don't have to wait for those precious holidays to start traveling. A life where that every weekend feels like a mini retirement. A revolution that takes your income on the road while you are traveling. I'm talking about becoming a digital nomad, somebody that can work from anywhere in the world, wherever they want. For the past 2 years, I've been living this lifestyle and it allowed me to see the world, but also to save half of my income, which is insane. Not alone that, I also got surrounded by the most inspiring people that I ever met in this world. And I skipped 3 winters in a row now, which makes me really happy as well. And you might be thinking, this sounds way too good to be true. But let me break it down for you. The first thing you'll have to do is build a financial net. Having some money saved up will give you like some peace of mind, and you don't want to start traveling and worry about money. How much? That really depends on where you want to go, but I've been in a beautiful place like Da Nang, which has a very good living standard, and there you could live for 1,000 euros a month. Next, it's time to set up a remote income. In my opinion, you have 3 main ways of doing that. 1, you can land a remote job. 2, you could become a freelancer and work internationally for people. Or 3, you could start your own online business. Maybe you totally have no remote work experience. Don't worry, I'll tell you more about that later. Mind you, if you're already living in a cheaper country, this could also help you to just earn more money in the country you're living actually. Also, when you get your first online income, I always recommend you to still work from home in the beginning to have a feeling of how things are going. And then when you had like at least 3 to 6 months of stability, then I would highly recommend you to start traveling. Now, what if you're worried that you don't have the right skills for a remote job? There are companies like Course Career that offer affordable courses that get you up to speed in fields like tech, marketing, or HR. These are all fields that are very suitable for remote work. And the cool thing about them, they even help you create a resume that you can use for remote positions. And sometimes they also help you get a job as well, which is insane, I think. The second path would be freelancing. Freelancing is the path that I chose when I wanted to become a digital nomad. I've learned Facebook and Instagram advertising because I knew this was a high income skill that I could use as a digital nomad. While more responsibility falls on your own shoulders, of course, of getting and finding clients, for me, this was worthwhile. I chose this niche because I thought what was important was having clients that pay you a recurring income instead of like having one-off jobs. I think one-off jobs give you a lot of stress, while a recurring revenue is just gives you peace of mind because every new client that you have is like an extra recurring money of what you were already earning. When I started off, I was earning between 500 to 1,000 euros per customer, and now because I have more experience, of course, it's even more, which I think is very beautiful. But if you're unsure of finding clients as a freelancer, there are also platforms like Upwork where you can craft a profile where people can find you, or where people post that they're searching for specific individuals to help their companies out, which I think is a very good route if you don't know that many people. And many digital nomads that I know use this platform as well as get more clients as a freelancer. For me, it was advertising, but there's so many paths that you can choose from as a freelancer to become a digital nomad. I think the key is just finding something that you find your happiness in and that you're good at and that you just like doing. For the entrepreneurs here, you could also start an online business as your digital nomad gold mine. You could use the same platforms. Instead of you doing everything, you would have a team that would help you to perform on the platforms like Upwork. Or what you could also do is use the skills that you have as a freelancer, but start using that for your own online business. For example, I know how to do Facebook ads and Instagram ads for e-commerce brands. So then I later on started my own e-commerce brands, and now I didn't have to hire a marketing team because I could do the marketing myself. So the skill that I have, that I'm earning money with, I'm also using that in my own business that is now also generating money, which is just, I think, a very safe path, because first you choose something that's making you money, and then you use that skill to even make more money, if that makes sense. Now that you have the income flowing, it's time to pick your paradise. I would recommend you choosing your first location based on one, the budget, of course, the cost of living, but secondly, also the community of digital nomads, because it is so much nicer to be surrounded by other people that are doing something similar and that have a like-minded life and dream, and that is just amazing. But me, speaking from experience, I like Chiang Mai, Phuket, Bali, Vietnam, Da Nang, and Nha Trang. And from there, true magic happens, because now when you're done working, you don't go home boring, like commuting. When you're done working, you're gonna go to the beach, you're gonna watch sunset. That's what I'm gonna do in 5 minutes. Like, that's the amazing part. Like, okay, you still have to work, of course. Like, not every day feels like a holiday, but it's like when work is done or when it's a weekend, you just live your best life. So if you think this digital nomad lifestyle is for you, in the description I have some resources for you that could help you. And if you like this kind of videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. And then hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Badejoh out.